You are listening to the number one podcast made by two guys 40 plus who are not named Brandon. What are you bewildered by?
Brandon?
Let's go, Brandon. The chant.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Now I know what you're talking about.
Really?
I was like, Brandon. I'm like, I did. Okay, yeah.
I came out flying on that one, and you're looking at me like something was
wrong. They need a little bit more than "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah, well, that's. I thought it was be good. Well, the response so far has been I've gotten a lot of DMs and feedback on. We've talked about in the new format, and then there was somebody, a loyal listener, who said, "Are you bringing back the old school?"
Format.
The format of the intro, and
listen, heavy supporter of aging and maturity.
So I had to
give him what he wanted. You know, and
we're people pleasers. We really are.
We really are.
We really are.
We're in the world of
making people happy. Yeah, people making people happy.
Smile.
And we got so much to get to, and we're going to get to that right after this. Okay, so after last episode, I can pretty sure to say now that we are not getting sponsorships from Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks Coffee, or Marriott hotels.
No, and that's fine.
Right.
Because you know why?
Why?
We're coming out with our own line of coffee.
Oh, are we now?
Yeah. We got my leg shaking.
Oh, did you drink coffee again before you came, or was it Snapple?
Coke Zero.
But is that no caffeine or no
I don't know.
Sugar?
But I have enough coffee all day that it keeps me going well into the evening.
Right. So, you don't find yourself. Do you find it hard to go to bed sometimes with that, or no?
No.
You're even keel.
Yeah.
With that.
No, that's what medication's for.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Lately, I'm a natural sleeper. I can't even stay up past 9 o'clock.
No, for some reason, I've always been able to go to sleep. I'm not like a late night person.
No, I used to be.
Only when I'm supposed to pick up
the kids and you forget. Yeah. You would have had a better excuse if you would have fallen asleep.
What's so funny is during the week, 9 o'clock comes, I'm in bed, I'm on my phone, I'm watching a show, whatever. But and that's what.
But there's a big difference between a weekend time and a during the week time. Even you take 3 o'clock, I know 3 o'clock is for me the end of the day already. And then it's on the weekend, that's still midday. You're still going.
But I still feel there is a peak time to the day. If you said you work 9 to 5, which you clearly don't.
No, nobody does.
But I always felt 11 to 3.
Well, aren't you 24/7 now because you're working at home?
You're never fully disconnected. I wouldn't say I'm 24/7, but you're never fully disconnected. But I always feel I hit a power block, 11 to 3.
That's when you bang it out.
Yeah, that's when all the calls are going. You forget to eat. You forget to just move around, and it just happens that way.
No,
it's my power. Your day. Power
Very
time
different.
is 4:30 in the morning till 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and then it settles down. Then you rise again, and you go down again.
Yeah, it's because of one thing. You're the boss,
right?
You're the boss.
Yeah, you
make the calls.
I mean, there's no prediction to my day.
You're a shot caller.
I do call the shots, but there is no shot. No, but I'm just saying there are certain routine wise, the first 2 hours of my day, 3 hours of my day are pretty routine. And then it's a crapshoot from there.
But is it because it's just the nature of your business? Is that what happens?
Right. Because you get you're busy in the morning and you're busy in the afternoon, and then you hit the lulls, but the lulls, you're putting the pieces of the day before back together. It's basically how it works.
This happens to me every single day. You go into the day with certain expectations of what you're going to do.
I expect nothing.
And then at the end of your day, you're like, where did that come from? Getting through either whether it's a tough conversation or some kind of work problem, and you solve it, and you're just
No, but do you have those days where you've done so much and then you look back and you got absolutely nothing done? Nothing accomplished.
I try to be very aware of what I'm doing during the day.
Okay.
To say
you have that self-awareness of what's
I've developed over time, because there have been many years in my, illustrious career,
right,
where, for an entire year I worked my ass off, but it wasn't in a productive way.
Well, I'm going to get more productive.
No, you've got to say
no, because I have
moving or not.
Right. Well, we have a big announcement to make.
I guess we do.
We do. We have a very, very big announcement to make. After my trip to Washington, D.C.,
yeah,
I got very inspired.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Yeah.
It's very patriotic.
I like that.
Are you running for office?
We are not officially.
No.
We
not
are
officially.
Not officially.
Well,
my team.
Uh-huh.
We are officially putting a team together to look into the possibility of running for Congress.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Huh. When's the next voting time? When's the next time to vote for Congress?
That's what we're looking into. I believe it would be in this district 2022.
It's like every 2 years, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
saying. So we are officially putting together a team to look into the possibilities. I'm taking my management skills, my boss skills. We're taking them. We could possibly taking them to Washington.
Well, boss. Just want to let you know that we're kind of into late October right now of 21.
Yeah.
And if elections are in 22, you're gonna have to really.
Well, they're not really. They're not really campaigning for it, but yet. That's why we're officially putting into.
Nobody's done any light campaigning.
Not yet, because we're officially looking into the possibility of what the chances are and what my platform is.
Are you ready to answer some really tough questions?
Well, do you want? I have some ways to try to solve some of the problems that we are facing today.
Okay.
Because I was inspired after my trip to Washington. That our government has gone off-hinged and is not doing what it was supposed to be set out to do.
The government?
The government.
What were they supposed to do?
No, after going through the Smithsonian, we went through all the wars. It's very interesting, fascinating.
You get very caught up in that.
Yeah, you get and looking at where we came from when we were a territory of Great Britain, the colonies that broke away, and what our founders really wanted this country to be. And I think our government has taken a wrong turn.
So do you think that those that fought for our freedom back in 1700s, 1800s, things like that. Do you think if they saw what was going on today,
they would not be happy?
I say yes and no.
Well, I can see the yes part and I can see the no part. The fact that democracy, this was the first real democracy, has lasted this long, but it's still very fragile.
It's fragile, but somebody I was just saying that. Where did I read this or something? That in the last 300 years, the level of not organized as a country government, it's progressed a lot. I mean, we're pretty civil for the most part.
Yeah. Relative to
where we came from, and it's down.
But the thought of or the hope of some kind of utopian society does not exist.
Have you read that they're trying to come up with a metaverse now? Yes.
A what?
Yeah.
A what?
A metaverse.
What the hell's a metaverse?
I want to look this up because I want you to see this. It kind of freaked me out.
A metaverse?
You'll see. Hang on a sec. Metaverse meaning.
Don't. Oh, I can find that. Jeff, right now.
If you look up the metaverse, here's the metaverse. Here's the definition.
Jeff, right now, is trying to find.
But they're really
Metaverse.
they're really. Here we go. I got it right here. Look at the first thing right there.
I'm very into the sound effects tonight, as you can tell.
What is the metaverse?
What is the metaverse?
Here, right. You see?
What is the metaverse?
No. Read the news thing one day ago.
Okay.
This is freaky.
Okay. Let's see. What is the metaverse? The meaning behind Facebook's plan to build a VR world, as it is announces 10,000 jobs. That's good, but there's nobody that's going to use it. That's going to work. That's
but like to create it, they're really like going to create this whole like digital, not digital, but like this virtual world.
Yeah.
I mean, like we have enough problems in this world.
I know. You want to go live in a Facebook world?
We need a fake world now to deal with.
To mess up. I mean, come on.
And you know that people are going to, and then, you know the other thing that I read that was ridiculous?
They need 10,000 workers. You know what? We need those workers on the docks.
So you
driving trucks.
Obviously know the phrase, the Great Resignation. You know, everybody's quitting their jobs, right? I read an article.
I think it's great. Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
I think it's great that people are, standing up and saying that they have a life and that they're entitled to, which is great.
Yeah.
But the people that they quoted in this article are like 27 years old. I'm like, when you're in your 20s, no matter what job you have, you're taking your licks, you're learning the ropes. You
can quit.
I'm not saying it's not abusive. It's not like that, but like they're packing it. Like they're packing it in. They're not even 30 yet. They're going to be broke.
Well, part of this gets to actually part of my platform.
Go ahead, Senator.
And I think we have to.
By the way, it leaked out that you were running for office, and you're going by the name Senator Bronzino.
No.
Yes,
no. I saw that. Yeah,
but he feels very strongly about that.
But part of my platform.
You fillet matters.
I fillet the competition.
You can fillet any difficult situation.
No, I was watching President Kennedy. Kennedy. And I think we have to go back. This is one of our issues. This is one of our problems. I think we have to go back in the immortal words of John F. Kennedy. Ask what not your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
And what is that, sir?
And that is get back to work instead of having. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
All right.
Our we've and they're proposing now this cradle to grave, and you're just seeing the beginnings of what is happening and what our country is going to become with that nobody going back to work. And it's not just 27-year-olds. A lot of people have left the workforce that have been taking, have saved all that money that they were given and this credit and that credit, and they want to.
I'll tell you what I think happened. I really believe this. I think COVID was the straw that broke the camel's back.
With some people who want to reimagine.
Not that they were getting sick. Not about getting sick, but saying, you know what?
Reimagining work.
I'm working 14, 15 hours a day, whereas you used to work, let's say 9 to 5, 9 to 6. And I'm being, loosely.
Okay.
And I think that things have gotten a lot more expensive. Food's expensive, housing's expensive, education's expensive, and the increase in salary has not gone on income. It's not gone up. It's fallen
because
behind.
But here's the other problem: the cost of doing business has gone up incredibly.
Right? Yes, that is
the
absolutely
cost
true.
of doing business. Here, I'll just give you an example. Compared to 10 years ago, the building we got rezoned. Our property taxes have tripled.
Right. So you're faced with the problem of, I have to pay this.
Right. So that's gone up. Your heating's gone up. Your insurance gone up. And we're working hard. No, it's not inflation. It's just a general cost of living. But
is that what inflation is?
No, this is what's inflation is going now. No, but things your goods and services have inflated, but your cost of doing business has increased.
Yeah. Yeah,
everything.
Everything's gotten
Well, we're also we're I always like to say we're the dumping ground of the rest of the world. Like if we're not consuming, people need to the rest of the world needs America to consume.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because nobody leases cars in the rest of the world. You know, you go to the Middle East, except for like some very.
See, I think that what I would call, when you call leasing, I call cheap financing.
Okay,
that's what's gotten us into trouble.
100%. 100%. This all goes back to the beginning 2000s. We should really ask that guy that we're going to be on about this.
It's
his opinion.
He's got plenty of opinions.
Okay.
But I remember when I was a kid,
you bought a car.
You bought a car and you kept it for like 8 to 10 years.
Right.
Like, and like if you saw like, let's say something like a BMW or a Mercedes drive by, you'd be like, oh, wow, look at that. That's a doctor. You see the MD plates, the guy,
Right. But everybody came out with cheaper cars.
Now
everybody's got them. Right.
You live in your parents' house and you're leasing a Ferrari for $3,000 a month because that's where you want to put all your money, and
you take Mercedes. Like when we were growing up, you didn't have a C edition. You didn't have the cheaper car.
No, but they made it. But they played to the masses,
right?
And
they had to,
and then you throw in leasing.
You know what killed it? When they all went to SUVs.
Well, SUVs saved a lot of companies.
I know, but still, you remember? I had one of the first. I had like one of the first like Mercedes SUVs.
The ML.
Yeah, the one that looked like a marshmallow, kind of
like an.
But that was a nice car, I got to tell you. I drove it. You know what? My favorite of all time, because after that, I went to an X5 BMW. Don't ask what
I'm sorry you had to rough it there for so many years.
I know,
and you know what's so funny? You're driving what year minivan now?
2014.
How do you go from driving an X5 to a 2014 minivan?
Well, I put a B on the front. It's a Bentley now.
Did you put a B on it?
Not yet. I have it on order. It's on back order from China.
You should.
I'm the only one in the neighborhood with a Bentley minivan.
We are aging immaturely.
Yeah,
we're going backwards.
Yes, I know. No, but the minivan hopefully in a few months will no longer be residing on the driveway.
Well, isn't it pretty much at its life's end?
No, although last week when I pulled up to work and one of my drivers said, you might want to get out of the car, your engine's smoking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought wasn't there something wrong with it or not? Really?
Yeah, no, there was. All the lines, the engine lines rotted out.
And now, how is it now?
Well, now it's plastic because I'm waiting for the aluminum to come in from the dealer. But guess what? They're on back order. Yeah. So that's one of the problems.
They say that if you go to sell a 1-year-old used car now,
you're getting over sticker.
You're getting over what the sticker was.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, no, we're living in.
I know somebody. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were just talking. So they were looking for a Subaru for their child. Mm-hmm. They were able to find one. They were literally taking it out of the box at the dealership. Boom. Okay, we'll take it. $2,000 over MSRP.
A Subaru.
By the time they went to purchase it a week, like finish the paperwork, it was $4,000 over the MSRP. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not that people have money to burn, but it's like they don't have a choice. You don't have a choice anymore.
You mean they're lying to you at the White House when they say, oh, everybody's got all this money and they just want to spend money for goods and services?
No, what I'm saying is that the supply chain, the way business is done, there's a lot of screwed up.
That's why we have to get people back to work because it's the wheel.
I'll tell you what's scary.
It's a machine.
I will tell you.
Don't you remember? Didn't you see the movie? Oh God.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
No, not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That Vietnam movie. Oh, I was watching
Good Morning Vietnam?
Not Good Morning Vietnam.
Rambo?
Not Rambo. Oh, God. Charlie Sheen is in it.
The comedy one?
No.
Didn't he do a takeoff of Rambo?
Yeah, he did a takeoff. But the guy, the sergeant was saying, we're a machine. And when the machine breaks down, we break down.
Is this a serious movie?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Charlie Sheen was in a serious movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go.
You know, we really should do this more often with this every time we look something up.
that?
Look at the high-speed internet access you have there. Came to an end.
Oh, okay.
But, well, look at that. It restarted out.
Platoon.
Oh, Platoon. Okay, all right.
Yeah. And he's like, when the machine breaks down, we break down.
I will tell you what's scary.
And that's what we're happening now.
I'll tell you what's scaring me.
You should hear my education proposals, too.
Before we get to your education proposals.
Well, we're going to get to that on the next show.
Oh, okay.
Because we're almost
But I'll tell you what's scaring me and why I think there's going to be a problem. I keep seeing all these advertisements for this person's 27 years old and has 300 investment properties. Have you been seeing those ads on the internet?
No.
I don't know why it keeps coming up on my feed. I never look at real estate. I always look at the phone. I always look at the stock market.
That's the scary part. When it crashes, you mean, and they're out of money?
Like all these people, when you buy, when you're 27 and you have 100 rental properties, it's leverage.
Yeah, it's all leverage.
And every time we've collapsed, it's because of leverage.
Yeah.
Either people buy houses that are too big because the interest rates are low and it's floating, it's variable, it's low. That's what
that's also part of my education proposal, and we're going to get to that on the next edition of Aging Immaturely.
I'll be looking forward to it.
And you can check us out at thereal.agingimmaturely.com. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Aging Immaturely. If you have a product that you would like to discuss on air, please email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Aging Immaturely.